Welcome 5 Minute High Club members, listeners, eavesdroppers. Eavesdroppers. Is that a thing? Are you guys eavesdroppers? I guess you are. I guess that's the whole thing with podcasts and shows that you only listen to. I guess you're kind of eavesdropping. You're like a fly on the wall. You're just listening, to this show. Not really. You're not. We don't know that you're there. I don't know who you are. I know some of who you are. I know some of you. I know you. I know you. But the rest, I'm not sure. You could be anybody. So I guess you are kind of like anonymous eavesdroppers, unless if you reach out to me saying that you listen to the show or, give me a comment about it or something like that. I guess I don't really know. But, so I guess eavesdropper. Eavesdropper is appropriate. It at least describes maybe 30% of you. Which is out of 30, which is out of 30 people, so that's around 10 people. 10 of you are eavesdroppers, the other 10 are listeners, and that sweet top 10 are the 5 Minute High Club members. So, welcome to the show, guys. We have a really great guest. His name is Chris Cohen, who is a stand-up from Columbus, Ohio. He hosts his own open mic. It's on Mondays, so if you ever feel like you have to make the choice between his open mic and comedy at the Mez, which is mine, you won't have to, because Chris Cohen hosts the Rehab Tavern open mic on Mondays at 7:30. For comedians, sign-up starts at around like 7:15. He's pretty flexible on time, gives about 5 to 8 minutes. But if you're if you're a comedian, you bring like 3 people, I believe, he'll double your time. So if you want to do a longer set there, it's very easy. Rehab's a really cool hangout place. It's also the place that I perform at for the first time every week, usually. Usually Rehab's the first place I get to go to. And it's also like the first place that I'll try a new joke or a new bit when I'm about to go through my week, So it's Rehab first and then try to develop it from there. So yeah, check that out sometime. If you want more info, feel free to go to columbuslaughs.com, which I already have a link for, I believe, and you can find the address and whatnot. Chris also has his own website called chriscohencomedy.com. I'll provide a link for that. It's a really cool website. He's got some merch. He's got some videos that you can watch. He's also got this blog that he does pretty regularly, a couple times a week, I believe. It's very funny. He talks about his life, talks about shows that he does, and it's definitely good to. It's a great way to. They're very funny too. You get to see him, what he's brooding or being angry about. I go there a lot just to read the blogs that he writes. They're very funny. But yeah, so he's our guest this week. Things are going good at the 5 Minutes or Less studio, even though it's cold and we don't have any heating because we can't afford it. He's Rick Kramer. He's okay. He's only lost like a few toes. He might talk about that at some point. Luckily we don't have an insurance plan for him, so we don't have to worry about that sort of thing. But everything, everything's good. No complaints. It's a little cold, but things will be fine in, just a few weeks or whatever. Things will warm up at some point. And I hear we're growing things off of mice, right? We're growing like a heart or something. So I'm sure he'll get some toes at some point. It's not a big deal. It was just like 4 out of the 5 toes. No big deal. And so hope you guys are doing good, and I hope you enjoy this episode. And before we start, let's get to the opening song, which is this week's song that I shall blind karaoke sing to, is brought to us by randomsongoftheday.org. Hungover You by Taio Cruz. Here we go. I got hangover you, hoo-hoo, I've been drinking too much for sure. I got hangover you, woohoo. I got an empty cup, pour me some more, so I can go until I blow up, ayy. And I can drink until I throw up, ayy. And I don't ever wanna grow up, ayy. I wanna keep it going, keep it going. I got a little bit trashed last night. I got a bit wasted, yeah. I got a little bit bashed last night. I got a little faced, yeah. Ooh, I'm on the roof. If you don't know, well, now you know. Welcome to the podcast 5 Minutes or Less. I am your host, Brian Doney. Guys, I've been trying to get a pulse on this whole on this whole pizza versus Jimmy John's thing. And you gotta understand, this is a global fight, alright? This is happening everywhere. Jimmy John's is pretty much everywhere, as we went over with our episode with Alex Green. So I've been trying to, figure out, if I could find, new techniques or new ways to help combat against this evil empire. And today my guest is Chris Cohen, who just came back from Italy.
Yes.
And you were doing that to help me, scout out new pizza places, right, to help me fight against Jimmy John's, correct?
Actually, it was my honeymoon.
What? Oh, but
if you want to pay for my honeymoon, I could give you some information regarding pizzas.
Well, it's kind of more it's more like, see, this is, I don't really pay in cash. This is more like a college credit sort of thing.
Oh, market research.
Yeah. No. But I mean, did you did you find any cool up and comers for maybe I could scout out or do some more research in, or?
I would say if you're looking for speed, Italy is not the way to go for pizza.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have some interesting toppings. Like, for example, when I went to the first place, I got a pizza, and I was dying for sausage, and the only sausage I saw was Frankfurter sausage with fried potatoes. And they brought my pizza out, and Frankfurter sausage is hot dogs, and fried potatoes is French fries. So I had a pizza with hot dog and French fries. So my first meal overseas was as American as you can get.
Okay, well that's good. That'll at least I don't have to worry about any culture shock or anything. Sounds like that food will be accepted right here, right now.
Yeah, I thought it was ironic. I ate the most white trash thing you could eat, but yet I did it overseas.
Is the I mean that could definitely work for some of the more white trash or more lower class pizza joints like CC's or whatever, or Jets maybe.
Yeah, if I would have put Twinkies on it, was the only way it could have been more.
Did you ever see that Weird Al movie where
UHF?
Yeah, UHF.
Absolutely.
At the beginning, he puts a hot dog and a Twinkie.
Yes.
And
he sprays whipped cream on it, I believe.
I thought
it mustard.
No, it was canned. It was spray cheese.
Oh, spray cheese. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
the Twinkie hot dog with spray cheese.
Yes, I don't know if you've ever partaken in that.
Not even at my drunkest. I've never done that.
Okay, well, all right? So you seem to understand what the white trash would want, what the drunks would want. You seem to have a lot of expertise in those areas. Was there any could you say was there anything else in Italy perhaps, or can you think of any other instances maybe we could add to pizzas to help out with that demographic?
A couple things that they do with their pizza is tomato sauce optional.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good if you don't like tomato sauce, until you see the pools of grease from the cheese, so it's not recommended. The sauce hides the grease, so I'd go with that. The other weird thing they do over there is you have to cut your own pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they give you the wheel thing?
No, they give you just a knife.
Just a straight knife?
Straight knife, and it's hanging over the plate.
Okay.
If you're a big fatty, you can just fold it over like a quesadilla, I guess, and just power it down that way. But yeah, that was bizarre as well.
It'd be cool if they could offer pizza almost in a in a suitcase almost. It takes up less space, just folded in half, and then just delivered to you. It's pretty much it's almost, I mean, that's technically a pizza calzone at that point, right?
Yeah, you could be, yeah.
I mean, if you fold a pizza in, a round pizza in half, is that a calzone?
It's almost like a pizza pocket, yeah.
Okay.
It depends on how, if you want to go fancy, you can go calzone. And if you want to go, trailer park, you can call it a pizza pocket.
Is that pretty much the only difference between those two things? Just the names? Or are they both like just as
pretty
equally
much the same
disgusting?
thing. I mean, if you think about it, it's pizza folded on itself.
Okay. No, that's pizza that's collapsed in on itself because because your appetite is just so strong and you just gotta shovel it down into your mouth.
I will say the one thing though is the first place they had a liter of wine for €5, which is like $7. I don't really know what a liter is, but it was a lot. So I guess that's the advantage they have over there.
Is a liter like that, or like? Can you remember? Like, I mean, no one can see
It's
me
similar
holding
to
up my hands.
yeah, it's a visual for a podcast.
If you guys are watching the podcast now, if you're watching the title and you're watching the little bar go across the screen, then you'll get this.
It's about the size of a gallon of milk. It's close.
Okay, so size of
But
a
it's
gallon of
alcohol,
milk.
so it's better.
and it was pretty cheap there.
Yeah.
Maybe we should serve. Maybe that should be like another thing to have wine being brought to you along with your pizza.
Yeah,
booze.
but once again, it goes back to the irony is I've eaten a hot dog and French fry pizza and drinking red wine. So it's kind of like the balance. It's kind of like going on a jog and then grabbing a cigarette halfway through your run. You know, it's like I like to be conflicting.
It's kind of like it's like having a salad. It's like going to a Max and Irma's and you have a salad right before you have a garbage burger.
Yeah, having a salad and then saying, "Give me a straw for this tub of ranch dressing." Like I'm going to be healthy and then destroy that immediately.
Yeah. No, all right. Well, okay. So these are some interesting ideas. You didn't. I guess you didn't really focus too much on scouting out pizzas. You said it was for your honeymoon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I kind of put priority on that.
Well, if the world gets taken over by Jimmy, hopefully this won't be like
What
too
if
bad.
Jimmy John's comes out with a pizza? Then this blows up everything.
Oh yeah.
Pizza sub? Does that count?
Pizza sub.
I don't think they don't heat their subs though.
No, I don't think they do that. Otherwise, because then it won't be Freaky Fast anymore.
I think Jimmy John's has a lobby in Congress to prevent everybody from heating up their subs. Maybe that's it.
Well, Jimmy John's, from what I've noticed from their agenda, it seems like they don't want to make pizza. They want to just what they already have. They just want that everywhere. So they're just going to replace pizza with that. So that's why I'm fighting back with pizza. I think it's working. There's I've known at least one Jimmy John's kind of closed down on the east side of Columbus. I don't know if that had anything to do with me, but I'll take that as a win anyway.
I'm guessing that there was something wrong with that Jimmy John's because they do not close. Mm-hmm. They grow stronger every day.
Yeah. Do you prefer Subway or Jimmy John's?
Jimmy John's.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
Well, here's why. Last time I went to Subway, there was a sex offender working there, so...
Yeah, well, when you go to Jimmy John's, that's where mass murderers and masterminds are trying to take over the entire globe. So you think about that. I know sex offenders are pretty bad, but it's like at least they're not trying to take over the world.
Yeah, I don't know, but they're still making my food. I guess it depends on what the sex offense is.
Yeah, but is that like how depending on the type of sex offense, like what would be acceptable to you? Like
looking in windows.
Looking in windows.
I can deal with that.
Okay,
yeah. But make my sub.
Writing love letters.
If you're smearing your junk on stuff, then no, I can't have you eat my food.
What if you send like text pictures of your dick to somebody or whatever? Is that all right, or is that too far?
I don't know. I don't know how many people do that.
Mostly politicians, I think.
Politicians and probably everyone that's made my food since 1993.
Yeah. Then again, a lot of politicians work for Jimmy John's right now, but I'll have to look into that more later. Well, I mean, it's I guess it's okay that you're more focused on your honeymoon than doing this research for me for free. But and hopefully it won't have any repercussions. But if it does, at least I know who to blame. So thanks, Chris.
Exactly. Thank you.
So, I guess that's it, guys. See you next week.